What's going on, guys? This is Miasin and welcome to the OCG Metagame Breakdown number 3 and 4, 130 top performing decks from 24 tournaments, basically within the span of 11 days, which is still something. Japan, mainland China, South Korea, and Vietnam. We rarely see these countries, ironically. It's always Japan and mainland China and Taiwan. So yeah, anyways, before we get into the pie chart and everything, make sure you like and subscribe, check me out on Twitch and Instagram, and with that being said, let's jump right into it. Alright, so the new products are Dimension Force and a new promo card that nobody cares about. Alright, now this is the pizza. So branded Despia is insane, 31.5%. This is nuts. I mean, look at this. It wasn't that good before, 14.1%, and then here it was 18.9%, not too bad, closer to 20. I think that one was the other one, 18.8%. But now, not only did it cross the 20%, but also the 30%. So it's getting closer to, like, I want to say almost full power. Phantom Knight Brave, which was also at 30%. This is 28. But there was another one where it was at, I think, 32.5. Oh, my memory is not too bad. Yeah, 32.5 and now 31.5. So 1% short from the best performance of the year almost for one single deck. So branded Despia definitely stabilizing itself as the best tier 1 deck right now for the OCG. Most likely will also be the case in the TCG. I guess you can say, oh, Maxi changes things a little bit, but yeah, it's still a very, very good deck. Dragoon is still a thing. Phoenix Enforcer is still a thing. So this deck is going to be able to splash in pretty much everything it wants to, and it's going to be an absolute problem. So branded Despia is something that you have to look out for. And then a deck that does not exist in the TCG, I keep explaining it, but yeah, Brave Tenyi is just not a thing. The deck uses a lot of banned cards, so Danglong, O-Lion, Jet Synchron, Galaxy Tomahawk. So yeah, don't look at this in the TCG. I'm actually going to go over it like really quickly in this article. Then after that, we have Drytron, another deck that will no longer exist in the TCG because Ava got banned. So if you want to play Drytron, I think the best way to build it would be with the Megalith cards. Anyways, Flunderies, this deck is going to be tier 1 for sure. Endymion, interesting, they have Electrum and Astrograph. We only have Astrograph. Well, we are going to get Astrograph, which is something, but it's not like super broken. I mean, even triggering it is relatively hard without Electrum. Not every hand can destroy cards, so it's a little, unless you're playing Metal Foes, then of course Astrograph is absolute free real estate. Yeah, Sky Striker, this deck got, it's relatively good. Imperial Order is no longer a thing at the TCG, so Sky Striker got a little bit better. And then Adamancipator, again, always that one punk Adamancipator. Eldritch, this deck has 3 skill drain now in both the OCG and the TCG. Absolute ridiculous. And then Tri-Brigade Lyrillust. Lyrillust is trash in the TCG, so don't even look at that. Branded Tri-Brigade, interesting. 3 Sword Soul, 3 Therions, 2 Brave Prank Kids. This deck is also going to be much, much, much better in the TCG, I can guarantee you that. Brave Virtual World, also pretty good. I want to say, I'm shocked to see that every single Virtual World topping deck list was with Brave, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense when you think about it. Anyways, Dinosaur, Evil Twin, Altergeist, Ancient Warrior, Branded, Ligma, Invoked, Dino Rufia. I can't believe they messed up the name that much. Dinomorphia. Ew. Anyways, Lawn-Mowing Dragon Link, they actually do have that card. Medulce, Salamangrate, Speedroid, Symphonic Warrior, and Spiral, which is banned in Remote Duel YCSs. Even if every card gets unbanned, I don't think it's gonna be that good. You can't even look at your opponent's deck, so even Mystic Mine is banned because the Oracle, Skull, Goddess, whatever is banned, ironically. Anyways, branded Despia, this is pretty interesting. So this guy ran the new trap card, Branded Exile, in the side deck because it's insane in the mirror match. You can fuse using your opponent's Fallen of Albaz and like their own cards to fuse for like your own boss monster, and you revive back something from your graveyard, which is ridiculous, like absolutely crazy. This trap card is insane. It's super easily searchable. It's settable as well with the graveyard effect of Albion. And the extra deck reminds me a lot of like a Pot of Extravagance extra deck. I don't know if I'm the only one who gets that vibe, but yes, so many cards are like 2-ofs, like 2 Mare Jade, 2 Lubalion, 3 Albion. Makes a lot of sense because this card's the best. And then 2 Dragostapelia, 1 Masquerade, 1 something, 2 Guardian Chimera, 1 Link Spider, and 1 Verte. And now these two cards are because everyone actually who's playing Despia is playing with the Brave cards as well. So that allows you to not only protect your Branded Fusion from Ash and stuff like that, but it's very good at just breaking boards going second with the Equip Spell, bouncing back cards, Griffin Rider giving you like Omni Negate, so it's a good engine overall, even though it did get a nerf in the OCG with Aquamancer to 2 and Rite of Aramesia to 2, but in the TCG what's going to happen is that we're going to get it fresh, so everybody's going to be playing 3 Aquamancer, 3 Rite of Aramesia, 1 Griffin Rider, 1 Journey of Destiny, and 1 Draco back, the Draco Steed. So that's what, a 10 card engine, something like that. I cannot count, but it's around 9 cards actually. Yeah, 9 cards rather. So yeah, pretty good. And one thing that makes me a little traumatized is the fact that a very good normal summon is just a 2 of a Lubert. That's it, just 2. I think this card is overpowered. Like, don't you really want to play 3? I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. And then 2 Tragedy, it's a good discard for the Rite of Aramesia and the Branded Opening. So this card is ridiculously good. And this card, I forgot the name, but I know exactly what it does. So in the hand, it kind of acts as a Soravis. When your Looper, for example, is getting Veilered, you can protect it by discarding this. And then in the graveyard, it has a quick effect where you can tribute your fusions in order to revive them back. So if your fusion, like Albion, gets Veilered, you can chain the graveyard effect of this, tribute, and then revive back, and then your Albion still resolves. And only 1 Fallen of Albaz, so you're always trying to recycle back your cards, which is a little weird, but it is what it is. Yeah, if you draw that Fallen of Albaz, it kind of acts as a Garnet, unfortunately. A lot of hand traps, like what, 9, 11, with Crossout, ew. Oh my god, that's a little disgusting. I mean, people are still playing weird 1-ofs with Crossout, even though Crossout is limited. Personally, I think it's really sus, but again, it is what it is. 2 Branded Branded in red, sorry, this card's overpowered. A little weird to see only 2. So this deck just has a lot of 1-ofs, 2-ofs, and stuff like that. And the 3-ofs aren't even like the starters, except for Branded Fusion, Branded Opening, and that's it actually. Even Alubra is just a 2-of. So I don't know if this is like the cleanest deck list to look at, but it did well. I mean, 9-0 in the OCG, which is still something. Overall, pretty nice. The side deck has Token Collector still. Token Collector is not just the anti-Tenyi Sword Soul deck, well, or rather Sword Soul deck, but rather an anti-Brave deck, which is something, because this deck completely loses to Token Collector, and there are some other decks probably that summon Token. Alright, Brave Tenyi, I'm not really going to go over this. However, there is one very interesting thing that I'm going to be talking about, and the fact that the new monster Illegal Knight is now played in the deck. So it has pretty much the exact same first effect and the same stats as Wandering Griffin Rider. It's a level 7 Brave monster that can summon itself as a quick effect, either when you control no monsters or when you control Brave tokens. So what you can do, if you want to make Galaxy Tomahawk very fast, is you go reveal a Tenyi monster and then chain your Illegal Knight, and then both of them get summoned. That is legal because they're not like trigger effects, so it doesn't, it's not like the baboon ruling. Someone actually told me that that's not true. Yeah, you can make a rank 7 and then you make Galaxy Tomahawk in the extra monster zone, summon 5 tokens, make Auradon, summon Olion, that's how you combo. So 2 level 7 monsters is basically like an FTK almost. You make a ridiculous amount of negates. It's a very terrifying deck, to be completely fair. And yeah, really glad that we don't have to deal with this anytime soon in the TCG. So don't read this too much because, again, look at the amount of banned cards. Protoss, for one, and then Olion, Jet Synchron, Maxi, Vanity's Emptiness, Denglong, Galaxy Tomahawk. Yeah, that's pretty much it, but still. Branded Despia Adventure Tenyi. I'm never gonna say Adventure ever again. 4 syllables, whereas Brave is only 2. Anyways, they take the lead this week. The amount of top placement that Branded Despia achieved also broke the 30% exactly as I said, which is more than twice the amount of Brave Tenyi. Very interesting. Dimension Force didn't have like the biggest of impact so far because the 2 decks that are doing really well, they're only incorporating 1 new card. So in other words, the Branded Exile is just a 1-of in the side deck, which is the new card. Apart from that, nothing changed. And for this deck, only Illegal Knight is being played. but nothing else. So it's not super big. However, Therion's is actually kind of doing relatively good, slowly but surely. It's getting splashed a little bit in Sky Striker, and also with Branded. Now you might be thinking, but Yaxine, can you show us deck list? Because I don't really understand. First of all, my name isn't Yaxine, so shut up. And second of all, yes, I'm going to show you the deck list. Alright, this is Sky Striker featuring the Therion's Monster. Very freaking awesome card. I'm such a fan of Sky Striker using this card because it's easy to get a machine in the grave, obviously. Ray or Rose plus the monster is already your play. And the field spell is also pretty insane. Do you still play Area Zero? What the heck? He doesn't play Area Zero, this guy, man. Okay, interesting. 2 engage, but remember that there's only 1 Kagari, so that's kind of something. And now you might be thinking again, but it's a monster that claws your main monster zone, right? So it kind of conflicts. Not really, because it sends itself from the field to the graveyard to negate something. So it's kind of similar to how Phoenix Enforcer doesn't really conflict with the deck, because you can pop it, and then your monster zone is like freed, so you can use your Widow Anchors. So it's similar, so you just tribute it on the field, and then you can recycle it back over and over and over by destroying monsters your opponent controls by battle, or when your own monsters are destroyed by battle. So yeah, overall, very good deck. I'm just a huge big fan of this, and even the Dark Charmer, wow, very interesting. With the access code OTK combo, Zeke, blah blah blah. Cute side deck, even more hand traps in a deck that already plays way too many hand traps, like freaking 12, that's ridiculous. And sides in freaking 7 hand traps. A grand total of 19. That's like half of your deck. Absolutely ridiculous, but whatever. Anyways, this is the branded deck with the Therion's monsters. Wow, so many of them. 3 regulars. This is the best one. This is the Omni Negate. And then I think this is the Aqua. Or rather the plant, sorry. Or the insect. Yeah, and this I think is the Aqua, because I'm looking at the attributes now. This looks like the Warrior, and I completely forgot what that was. But I think this one is like Protect. This one is like pop 1 card on each field. And then, of course, we have the very huge, gigantic branded engine. So 3 Aluber, 1 Fallen of Albaz, and that's it. That's all. That's all you really need. You know what I'm saying? So, Maxi, Ash, Veiler, whatever. Look, I don't even know what to say anymore, but thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.